Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV? Yeah, so since, well, I don't know when I'll actually upload this, because, you can just record something and upload it like a month later if you want to. Or, actually leave it in your queue to edit, which real YouTubers do. But, shit, no, we don't need a returner's bounty. Fuck off, bitch, this is an LP alt. Anyway, Clyde is exactly where we left him. And, his gear is about 100 item levels lower than what's the best in slot now. So he is ridiculously behind because literally, like we dropped him like a sack of bricks when I lost interest in doing the Let's Play. I have not played him at all. And so if I promised to work on him at all in the last episode, which was, probably over a year ago at this point, I did not. And all I have to say about that is, oh well. Anyway, because we've been gone for so long, we have a shit ton of quests and content to unlock on him to do. Most of which I've kind of forgotten the pacing of. Obviously, we've got more dungeons to do, and some side quest we were doing, I guess, that I don't even remember. We can get to those in a minute, though. The main thing that brings me back here, if I can remember where to go, is, oh man, that's way too much to pay. Do we got free company actions? None that I care about. Surely he has priority Aetheryte Pass? Yay! Woo! That's a bit better. Still a bit rich for my blood, but that's quite a bit better. And, yeah, if the Dawn Trail release date's correct, we're about 2.5 months out from the release date. It's about April 10th, right about now. And, yeah, we want this side quest, this seemingly innocuous side quest over here, Land on Fire. They're currently doing a crossover event with Final Fantasy XVI. And obviously that just means they put a quest chain in that involves Final Fantasy XVI characters. A Land on Fire. The neophyte adventurer seeks the Warrior of Light. This quest is available for a limited time only. Forgive my boldness, but you are Clyde Wyvernhide, are you not? No, I'm not. My apologies. Even if you are the spitting image, I suppose it was naive of me to presume that you were indeed the living legend himself. I shall have to keep searching. Nah, I was just jacking with you. The begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, huh? Gee, I hope it's not the wandering minstrel. Oh, okay. It is the wandering minstrel. What a maroon. I stop and read his dialogue, but okay, I guess we could read this one. He's getting all poetic on us now. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied 2 stars sailing across the inky expanse. One of purest white, the other blushing scarlet. Their course is set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly, the scarlet star shifted its trajectory. High above a burning landscape did its path intersect with that of the white star, the conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. But what does it mean? No. A lovely tale, but I fail to see what it has to do with me. A greater meaning? Okay. The burning land, huh? Ooh, you got any ideas, man? No, I always felt like corrupted crystals looked like they had like lightning, like golden lightning coming out of them, and are fairly unique, like literally like corrupted earth. But we'll go with the burning wall. All of these lead us, kind of wrap around to being the same place, right? Except technically, I guess the Bowl of Embers is actually over in southern Thanalan or something. Alright, we'll go straight there, but compadre. Oh snap, the logo for Final Fantasy 16 and this Final Fantasy 16 crossover quest. Oh. Okay. Yeah, if I remember right though, this crossover event's gonna end in like May or something. And I just kinda wanted to, like, I don't know if I'm actually fully feeling getting back into 14 as a Let's Play. Oh look, a full moon. Looks kinda fucked up for some reason. Center of it's all dark. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just vibing at this point with my YouTube channel, I guess. As if I'd actually been doing anything other than that before. Although to be honest, like when I edited my Final Fantasy I Let's Play, I felt like I was actually doing real YouTube shenanigans, because I edited out a lot of the random battles and for every upload, and added the death counter and the party wipe counter, and oh look, we got another one of these. Been a while, huh? Well, we're looking for a corpse, basically. And there it is! Who was that? Why do those shadows move so fast? I tell you, high fidelity graphics kind of break immersion sometimes. A dream led me to you, you to me. Yeah, okay. Something like that, I suppose. The ruins, huh? Well, if you've played Final Fantasy 16 at all, you'll know that you go into a fallen ruin called Phoenix Gate in pursuit of finding out who killed his brother. And inside there, you do all these trials where you fight like ancient robots and these weird ghost monsters. And it's kind of like a, and an Iron Giant, now that I think about it. And Clive gets all these, psychedelic visions and whatnot. And, that he doesn't know the meaning of. And I say psychedelic, I just mean, I guess, psychological. I don't know. So I'm guessing this crossover event is like, it's supposed to be like he blacked out and he's here now or something. And he's not going to remember this either way. And he currently has amnesia, and it's basically a soap opera plot. What a crossover. It's delicious. Interestingly, they require your character to be level 50 to do the crossover, and I'm guessing that's something they did to make it kind of more exclusive, but also because they're going to reference some explicit like things like primals a couple of times, and the only way to ensure that you've done both the primals they're going to reference is, you know, if you've actually beaten the whole main story of 2.0. Look at that high resolution model. You know, it looks a lot better in game on my computer here. But the screenshots people were showing me of it at first, it really made it look a lot worse than it actually is. Still, though, I think it heavily uses some modified in-game assets. Like, I'm pretty sure he's actually, you know, I think he's using more or less a female Highlander rig with some male Midlander things, and then they actually sculpted a female Highlander number 2 face for him, and then added like the rougher masculine features to it. And if you want to read the dialogue, just go ahead and pause it. I'm sorry, but my level of care is like at its maximum just by actually recording this and doing this. So I've not been feeling very good about 14 in modern era. The story asked way too much of us, like for our like to willingly suspend like our own morality and beliefs and things like that to get on board with like what Heidelin did and stuff. So I just like no good, no good. Endwalker story, no good. Post Endwalker story, of course it wasn't going to be good, but it just kept getting worse, and like nothing has redeemed 14 so far in my eyes. And it's only for a sense of completion that I do this, just so it's not nagging at the back of my head and taking mental energy from me slowly but surely, like a steady, inimical poison. Actually, more like an insipid poison, really. Inimical is just unfriendly, and that's kind of redundant for poison. But oh, right, he's amazed that we have airships, because in his world, they're fallen technology. First time? Okay, right. In all honesty, the thing I like most about his model is his nose. I think they did a really good job on his nose. But honestly, compared to the way his build comes off in 16, I think they made him a little too short and small. Right? Now, like, so Clive is like an almost maximum height Highlander, and also, like, maximum height Highlander male is like, I think like 6'8" or something. And, No, it's. I don't think it's that high. Maybe 6'4". I don't know. Either way, Clive comes off as being a lot taller than that in 16. Or well, not a lot taller than 6'8", but a lot taller than he is right now. I feel like he should actually be at eye level with Clyde here, but I don't know. Uh-oh, Clive is accompanying Clyde. Oh, look at this hot bunny girl. Marry Nightmare. Oh, I'd marry that Nightmare. Hold on a second here. Let's try to get as much dialogue from as possible. Okay, it's different than old Yep, sure is. It's like grasping smoke, huh? Well, fun fact, smoke is actually the physical particles of the stuff that you're burning, so you can't, like, hold it in your hand, per se, but you could get the smoke particles all over your hand if you held it in the smoke long enough. And while you wouldn't be able to grasp all of them, you would still get quite a bit. Now, I heard if we talk to him outside of the circles enough or something like that, that he eventually mentions Jill from 16. And on my main character, I didn't talk to him at some point outside of one of these circles because I was getting fed up with it, and I did not. He never talked about Jill. So maybe I wasn't paying attention hard enough though, but I don't know. Man, all these quest markers are kind of bugging me. I know some of them are actually just like from Beastman dailies and stuff like that, which I was never gonna do on Clyde anyway, because you know they have menial quest repetition over and over again, and their stories really aren't all that crazy good. Not for the time investment. So, you liking the Forest Kingdom? Actually, it's a racist theocracy, but you know, whatever. Did he say Garuda? Oh man, I could write for this game. I bet I could do better than half the writers they actually have employed. Of course, I don't know if I could actually write as well as they do and meet a deadline. I'm a very thoughtful person, and I consider myself... I'm an amateur writer. I write for fun. Very occasionally, because I don't actually have a lot of time with how much I devote to video games. I work 50 hours a week. 52 if you count travel time. I play video games as much as possible, and I hang out with my fiance also as much as possible. So my days always feel like they're just fucking, like, consume time. Like, time just fucking evaporates from the clock. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a slow workday or not. Like, time is just fucking gone. I do not have any time. Okay, so since he wanted to know about Garuda, we're going to the Lotus stand to ask Connie Cinna about it, baby. Okay, so wait. So this is where I forgot to talk to him on my main, but he still hasn't mentioned Jill. So where the fuck is he gonna mention Jill at? Also, excuse me, I'm sorry I burped. I am drinking a Mountain Dew Voltage vodka mix. Hello! Now, you know, I'm pretty sure I said way earlier in the Let's Play that I didn't really care for Connie Cinna. But honestly, over the years now, ever since the tank role quests in Endwalker where you team up with her and her keeper of entwined serpents, who's revealed to be like a Garlean, that whose life she saved or something like that. She really grew on me. Like I wish I was immune to like the wiles of like a soft feminine face, but I'm really not. And when she jokingly said, maybe I'll stop being the Seedseer and I'll go on adventures and find my betrothed or something like that, you know, like, it was just so cute, right? Like, it seemed sincere, and it was like a side of her that's like not shown in the other parts of the story. And I think I kind of have a crush on her now, as far as fictional characters go. Aw. I'm Clive. Not to be confused with Clyde over there. I gotta admit, I still am sort of like, feel like Square Enix spies on me. As small of a YouTube channel as I have, and you know, I really am a nobody, right? I'm just some hick from rural, you know, United States, in a state that's considered a hick state, even though I think it has the, I want to say, sixth most electoral votes in. Oh, that's way too much vodka. The sixth most electoral votes in the nation, I think. Because like, what is it? It goes like California, New York, uh, Texas, Florida, uh, Pennsylvania, and then Georgia. And, you know, I'm from Georgia. I think that's how it goes anyway. Half bird, half woman, all titty. I mean, all ass. I mean, I don't want to fuck the bird woman. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I want to fuck the bird woman, Clive. A winged woman that you want to fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I know what you mean. But she'll kill you in a heartbeat, man. She was distinctly mortal, and she had distinctly mortal titties. Oh, that's... Oh, fuck. That's a strong drink. I have not... Oh, I'm gonna need a chaser. Bro just gets led into the circle, like... I mean, I guess we just kind of got led into the circle, even though Clive's like an amnesiac nobody with a sword on his back. Such a distinctive tattoo, huh? Everyone would have talked about it. There's nobody in the Final Fantasy XIV world that would have ever had a weird facial tattoo. Please ignore all of the weird facial tattoos that are in the character creator that no one ever comments on. Gotta be real, like, the bearer tattoo from 16 is a cool fucking tattoo. And, like, its lore implications that it's actually made from venomous wyvern blood or whatever the fuck. And so, like, if you try to remove the brand, you'll die from the toxic shock or whatever. Still really fucking cool. And just, like, that's something I would actually consider getting a tattoo of. But, you know, later in 16, he actually does the Surgeon Tarja, the super hot redhead Tarja. She actually it's off screen, but she actually removes the brand from Clive and from a bajillion other bearers so that they can, which is a feat that's actually considered impossible to do. She has a unique surgery that I wish they like showed on screen, that can remove that tattoo and without killing the patient. And it leaves a nasty scar, but because you don't have the bearer tattoo, you're no longer since people consider it impossible to remove. Uh, it's like everyone takes you at your word that you're not a bearer anymore. I actually really enjoyed Final Fantasy 16, even though it kind of like spit in the face of old Final Fantasy. You know, like it's not turn based, right? Which I mean, so there's this old, fan base for Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy fandom, it actually has like three distinct eras, more or less, right? There's the original Final Fantasy era, which is the 2D Final Fantasies that were on the NES and the SNES, or the Famicom and the Super Famicom. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if you're from the United States, you got 1, 4, and 6, and Mystic Quest. And if you're from Japan, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Mystic Quest. And Mystic Quest is a baby game for babies. But all of those Final Fantasy entries were super fun. And I don't know why that's useful to you, Roberto. I don't know if you're a bot or not, but whatever. I'll give you a heart comment. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? This is how you know that you're drinking too much alcohol. I'm going to commit a Let's Play faux pas and take a break for a second and go get a chaser, because there's no way I'm finishing this quote-unquote mixed drink, which is fucking 80% vodka. And I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. That took a couple of minutes longer than I wanted it to. I hope you used your fast forward function. I didn't remember what I was talking about while I was walking downstairs and getting this mellow yellow that's going to be my chaser. Like we were talking about Clive's facial brand, the very hot Tarja. Yoshi P showed up in the circle here. Yeah, I'm way too out of it to remember. Stream of consciousness, baby. Oh, maybe it was. I felt like Square was spying on me because you know, they named the main character of 16 Clive, which is super close to Clyde. You know, and they announced that like I think a year after I was Let's Playing 14. And okay, so Minstrel's gonna weave us a story so that Clive remembers. Okay, cool. Apkalu Falls, yeah, sure thing, bro. That's where Louis Schwa did shit, right? But yeah, so, you know, in 16, right, like Clive, he starts out and he's part of a Sandbreck Special Forces unit of bearers that are tasked with killing dominants, right? They're supposed to go behind enemy lines and basically do suicidal mission to try to kill the dominants of other nations. And it's kind of a wild thing to think about with how powerful dominants are. It makes you wonder if they actually ever succeeded at that, which, you know, I don't think they actually did within the story of 16. But either way, they have code names or something, or unit names instead of their actual names. And it's a Clive's unit is actually it's dragon or lizard based or whatever. There's Biast or Biast or whatever, which is, you know, like a thunder lizard type thing. And I think the other two are named after dragons. And I know the one that Clive kills, that's like the leader of the group, is named Tiamat. But Clive is just Wyvern. And look at my character name. Look at my character name. Look at my fucking character name. Anyway. Just saying, I feel like I was spied on by Square, and that they take my writing ideas and use the parts of them they find good. I would feel flattered, except for the fact I can't prove it. So, you know, it just comes off as the ramblings of a drunk madman. Wouldn't it be great if they fucking gaslit me in like Final Fantasy 17 or some shit? Like they put in a character like an NPC named Raving Drunk Madman, and then like had him like reference my real life name or something, and or even like my Final Fantasy 11 or Final Fantasy 14 main character names or something. It'd be so fucking funny if they just like they're like, yeah, actually we do have someone watching your Let's Play and stealing your ideas. And reading your forum posts and stealing your ideas and not paying you for them. It's easier than thinking things up ourselves. Don't worry though, we're going to make the names legally distinct enough that we can always claim ignorance, even if you were to somehow convince people that we did take your shit. Okay, so long story short, Brosif here is gonna sing us a recreation of the Bull of Embers and Ifrit, and he just talked about Archon Louis Schwa. And he thinks me and Clive are twins. Dear fucking God. Oh no, we're gonna be item level 110. Wow. Ah, my retinas. Yep, we're in the Bowl of Embers, alright. Look at Clyde looking all skeptical. 'Tis but a convincing illusion. Oh shit, it's the eclipse. Man, they had perfect timing with this event, man. The actual eclipse happened like a day or two ago. Oh shit. Oh, that's way too strong. Oh. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. Now see, this is where it really ties into 16. Not just because we're getting a 16 Ifrit version. That's 16 Ifrit, by the way. Looks really fucking cool. But in the like visions that Clive got in the ruins of Phoenix Gate, he like fought his inner self, which eventually turned into Ifrit, and he had to fight like an Ifrit imbued version of himself. And you get to do that as the player in the game. And after you do it, he gains the ability to actually turn into Ifrit. And to you as the player gain the ability to prime himself with Ifrit powers. It's essentially, it's the same exact button combo as whatever the godly rage mode is that Kratos has in God of War 2018. And he finds out that it wasn't some random fire dominant that killed Joshua, it was him. Except Joshua's not really dead, so. Please enjoy this music. It is the best music from 16 soundtrack. It is To Sail Forbidden Seas. It plays every time you fight a dominant. Oh, snap, they're giving us a duty action for dodging, and then we're gonna precision strike. It's just like the Noxus event, except a little more fluid. Meow, 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 meow. And I did not show you the Noxus event because I'm stupid. But, you know, whatever. Yeah! Let's go, bitch. Yeah! Level 50. Let's get you. Oh, no, 2. One. Dodge! Oh, my God! Oh, I dodge. Oh, precision strike. Oh, it's so fucking skillful, baby. Vulcan burst. Oh, dodge. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't dodge in time. Oh, I'm stupid. God, I love this game, though. Woo! Woo! Prioritize dodging, bitch. Yeah. Get rising flamed, bitch. Cha. Cha. I guess I could have used that to get another precision strike in. But see, not every single one of them is actually triggering the dodge thing, so... God, this music is so good. Soundtrack was the best part of 16, honestly. Although, I gotta say, I only listened to this specific song on repeat Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I can't. Oh, no, don't sneeze. I'm sorry. I think I got the mic out of the way in time. Kind of. I hope. Sorry. Yeah. I figure if you're still here, you probably don't mind the quality of YouTuber you're watching. Flames grow hotter, you say. He's gonna do Ifrit dashes, but with one Ifrit? Oh, it's just like Ruby weapon. Oh, look at that, we're safe. Fetters? Oh. No, we gotta save Clive. Oh. Come on, let me save Clive. Can I save Clive? Yeah, okay, there we go. Clyde saves Clive. Alright. Can you tell which one I said for the name? Did I enunciate enough? Now, when I actually did this on my main, I didn't notice the second Rising Flames duty action. And I felt really dumb after I won. Of course, that's how easy it is. You don't actually need to actually do it perfectly at all. Which, I mean, that's how a game should be designed. You shouldn't have to be perfect unless it's like super omega triple decker bus, like fucking, you know, this is the hardest, you know, punch your dick challenge to prove to the other pissing contest people that you can piss the highest, sort of thing. Right. Hey baby, you gonna do some Vulcan burst? Aww. Aww. Headphones recommended. Okay, anyway. You know, I find something really cathartic about Rage of Halony for some reason. Hey, come on. I made that. Fuck you. That's what I get for trying to actually weave duty action. But I feel unaffected because my HP is like never dropped below half. Oh snap, is Ifrit fucking us? Oh, he's fucking us. Whoa, with his foot. Clyde, said Clive. Oh, thanks. He saved us with the Phoenix power. Yeah, kinda, man. Woo! Spring break! Ah, nails, but they're swords. How will I ever? Oh, I thought I was gonna get the dodge tell for that. Oh, is fucking homeboy killing the nails? Oh, he pulled an Estinian. How nice of him. God, I love this music. Can I cover Clive? I can! Oh, check that shit out.
Can't beat us, Ifrit. Bitch! You a bitch! Finishing with the precision strike, baby. Well, I guess not. Whatever. You done. You done, son? God, I hope my mic's actually set up right. You sure did. You sure did. Honestly, this event, like, even though it's kind of, I wouldn't say ham-fisted, kind of the same vibe as ham-fisted. Forced? I don't know. Either way, negative connotation something something. Even in as much of that as it is, it kind of makes me want to replay Final Fantasy 16. And that's actually the first time I've felt like wanting to replay Final Fantasy 16 since I beat Final Fantasy 16. And like, when I beat Final Fantasy 16, I did everything I could on the first playthrough. Like, I got to level 50. I did every S-rank hunt. I did everything. I got every quest done. And I did not play through the game on New Game Plus. I played far enough in to beat Jill, I think it was. And maybe the Forest Fenrir, which was like a fucking armadillo dragon. Reminds me of Armored Armadillo from fucking Mega Man X or whatever the fuck. And yeah, I didn't continue on New Game Plus because I literally just beat the game and it was just like, bruh, if I'm gonna have to sit through 8 jillion cutscenes again to do exactly the same thing I did, except now I can use all my powers all of the time, I'm just not here for it, you know? Ooh, Torgal. I love Torgal. You know, it's a real shame they didn't get Ben Starr to voice this crossover event. I'm sure he would have jumped at the chance. I don't know what his rates are, but like I'm sure he would have jumped at it. Like he's fucking on Twitter every other day doing, you know, fucking like if you're a hot woman, he will and you say something about his voice acting or like his characters, he'll characters his characters, he jumps at the chance. And like I've seen it. Like I saw a hot woman gamer artist chick. She said, you know, my husband referred to Torgal as Toralf or something, and he fucking voice recorded a 10-second line with the Clive voice saying, "Come on, Toralf." Like, yeah, he'd do it, man. He'd voice it. I don't know why they didn't grab him. I don't know why they didn't voice it. Like, they could have at least done that. If they're gonna give us this fucking soap opera amnesia plot. Also, fun fact about the name Joshua. Coincidentally, my very best friend from the ages of about 7 until about age 11, actually, really about age 15, my best friend was a guy named Joshua. And I swear to God, I tried my hardest to stay friends with him in the limited ways that I like knew to keep up with people back then. But I met him in Cub Scouts, and he was a kid who had, I would say, upper middle class parents, and my parents are firmly like upper middle class, but they acted like they were like lower middle class. Like they acted like we were super poor all the time. And so we really did not get spoiled at all. But Joshua, he got karate lessons. He got super duper help with all his Cub Scout merit badges and Boy Scout merit badges. Um, and he had like pretty damn good genetics too. Like I think both his parents were slightly taller than my parents, and he was like slightly taller than me our like entire lives. And then he like his puberty got him taller faster. Uh, and just like he was given all of the video games that my oldest brother like saved up all his lunch money to buy. He was just given them as like every couple of months sort of gifts. Like he had a regular Nintendo and a Super Nintendo and an N64 and later a PS2 when they were new. And you can't see it right now, but I'm doing all these hand motions, and it's making me wonder if I should actually take up streaming, like my friend Apathetic AJ suggested. Um, I don't know, but Joshua, my friend Joshua, his name was Joshua Harris, and he would be the first person with the last name Harris from that I consider my best friend, and I would meet a completely different dude with the last name Harris in college named William Harris, who for several, like half a dozen years, I considered my best friend. Until actually more than half a dozen years, I guess. I guess I would have considered him my best friend for about 10. Yeah, he said he had to cut me out of his life in the fall of 2020 because I had always been toxic. It was wild. But my first friend, my friend Joshua, uh, he had everything that I thought I should be being given as a kid, and he was like from better stock than me, and just like he got Eagle Scout when he was 13. Like he joined Boy Scouts right outside of Cub Scouts, and within 3 years or 2.5 years of joining Boy Scouts, he made Eagle Scout and was done. And I went to his Eagle Scout ceremony, and it just seemed like he was progressing as a person faster than I was, by a landslide. Because not only did he get Eagle Scout at age 13, but he had a girlfriend. And you would think, like, okay, age 13, right? Like, it's a couple of kids. And, like, age-wise, yeah. But, like, physiognomy or whatever, words. I can't do words while I'm fucking drunk. Suffice it to say, he was 13, same age as me. And his girlfriend was also 13, and her name was Corinne. They looked like they were 5 or 6 years older than they actually were. They were both like 5'7", right? Joshua towered over me. Like, he was taller than me from the day I met him, and he's still taller than me to this day, because when he actually became a full-grown adult, I'm pretty sure he's like 6'2". Anyway, they were dating very seriously. And after his Eagle Scout ceremony, we went to his house, and his mom was all glad that I was there. And, like, I was his one friend who moved away that was, like, really invested in trying to still be his friend. Right? She was, like, his mom, Deborah Harris, and she was a goddess. Like, she was super pretty and really fit and really upbeat and really outgoing. Like, just like perfect person. And she was so glad for me to be there. But, you know, Josh, he wanted to be with Corinne. And, like, Corinne, you know, she just wanted to be with her boyfriend, right? And I know later on down the line, a few years later, I'm pretty sure he dumped her and started dating a Vietnamese chick. But at the time, it seemed like, you know, they were going to be together forever. And we had this weird, like, belief, I guess, that we'd concocted as, like, 10-year-olds, like, you know, a few years earlier, where, like, he thought he was, like, the physical incarnation of Super Mario. And he's like, who do you think you are, from, like, a game or something? And I was like, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I'm, you know, maybe Alex the Dragon Master from Lunar, since my name is Alex, you know, and I have brown hair, green eyes. But he, like, you know, he didn't actually believe that, and we were like 13, and he was like, remember how I told you I was Mario? He's like, well, Corinne is Princess Peach or whatever. And, like, it was, you know, it was something he was saying to me, and I, like, realized it at the time. He was saying it to me like, you know, he realized I wasn't at his level of development, but, you know, like, I could tell, like, he didn't actually think that anymore. He didn't actually think he was Mario. He was just, in the nerdy child way, he was telling me, like, oh, hey, you know, this is the person I'm supposed to be with, right? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. And then he's like, so I'm gonna sit in this room with Corinne, and, you know, just go back in the other room and just, you know, play my Super Nintendo or my PS2 all night or something. And you know, I'm gonna be with Corinne until she has to go or whatever. So basically, I didn't get to hang out with my best friend for the entire night. And that kind of, I mean, it kind of killed our friendship, because, like, for another 2 years until I was 15, we would meet up every summer at least once, and, like, either he'd stay stay for like a week at my house, and I'd stay, like, for like a week at his house or something. But after we were 15, that, like, for whatever reason, it he just didn't want to anymore, and I didn't try to push for it. And so, like, the last thing I tried to push him into doing, which he kind of tried to do, was I tried to get him to play RuneScape. And we played RuneScape together maybe twice. And the thing about getting any friend into an MMO is that they're going to embrace it the way that, you know, that they want to. And if it doesn't stick for them, you know, they're not going to stick around. And he played, you know, like, he played it twice that I could see, and he kind of had a good time with it. I think we had one more sleepover after I got him to try RuneScape, but he didn't, like, he didn't play it. And I think that, like, after that last sleepover, we had, like, one more talk. And it was on RuneScape. And, like, there was no, like, tearful goodbyes or anything. It was just sort of like a, yeah, I'll catch you later, man, sort of thing. And I haven't talking to, I have, talking. I haven't talked to him since. And I lost, like, his phone number changed, like, his online profiles changed, were deleted. Uh, Even if I wanted to talk to him, I couldn't. And, so he's not someone I stopped being friends with. It's like he's a friend that I lost. Like, there was no animosity. I just lost him. Like, and nowadays the distance is laughable. Like, nowadays I know people who drive as far as I'd have to drive to see him if he still lived in the same place that he did before, every day for work, right? Like, maybe 2.5 hours to the south. I could drive that far to see him, but I don't, and I didn't, and I mean I could now, but I couldn't back then. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 17. But anyway, well, how long have I been talking? 20 minutes? Fuck me, right? It had been me all along. Yeah, I understand that, bro. Well, to be fair to you, you had just fought a Sandbreck Dragoon who was imbued with the power of Bahamut, and you beat his ass. But there was a lot of trauma going on. Your father had literally just been decapitated, so you know. Back to the burning wall, huh? And your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. Okay. Well, I wish you could have gotten Jill in on this event so all the Final Fantasy XIV players could see how hot Clive's wife is. But, whatever. I really hope he got her pregnant before he... Well, I guess the open-ended ending is he may or may not have died. And I really hope he got her pregnant either way before that. Oh, look at that, a hot Midlander. And I say hot, but I actually don't like that face at all. Anyway, back to the burning wall. Sorry if my soliloquy about my friend Joshua got to be a bit too much. I've had way more than enough to drink tonight, and I'm sorry, dear viewer, that you, if you're watching this, have to suffer through it. But maybe you have a similar story about a lost friend. You know, a friend if you met him today, you'd still consider him a friend, even after all these years. But you lost them, and you don't have a way to find them, right? Hence why they're lost, right? The definition of lost. There's no way to get them back that you know of. You don't know where to go to find them, you know. I suppose I could try looking across social media, but that's hit or miss. I remember I had a phase back in college where I decided to try and look up all of my friends from when I was in elementary school. And some of them I found, and some of them remembered me, and some of them Man, did I miss him talking about Jill? Like, I guess there was like one segment where I could have talked to Clive before I talked to Yoshi P. But like, I seriously thought. Cut marks at the same time, baby. Okay, I'll take it. Jill actually gets some flack in some circles. Some people think that she's like a stiff cardboard cutout that like is just kind of there, and I don't agree with that at all.